Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Thrive Talk Thursdays. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Tracie Lashley. I am also the founder and the CEO of Bossed Up Lead Hers, and I have Coach K
Hello, I'm Coach Kate. I am the COO of Boss Up Lead Hers.
and Tiffany.
And I am the CFO of Boss Up Lead Hers.
We have five dynamic women here today for you guys. They are going to blow your minds with everything they're able to juggle. I won't say juggle. They're harmonizing their life. They are going to give you some pointers on their business and also highlight things they have coming up and answer a few questions for you guys. So, first we have Dr. Anissa Short.
Hi, everybody. Great evening.
She is the work from home CEO, and she's also an advocate for the home based entrepreneur as a business owner, workshop presenter, radio co host, contributing writer, and best selling author. She is also one of my partners in crime. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And we also have.
Thank you.
We also have Tasha Lewis. She is a very small town named North Carolina. What's it called? South Carolina? It doesn't say her name. Can she chime in real quick?
What's the name?
It doesn't say her name. It says that she currently resides in Forney, Texas. I have never heard of that before.
That's Toya.
She is also a wife of Carlos Lewis. They have 4 sons, ranging from 19 years old to 26. Whoa, she look young. She also has a grandson, retired Army veteran, graduated with a bachelor's in business administration from Texas A&M University, graduated with an associate's in culinary. Ooh, yes, I love to eat. So I hope you have a, restaurant or something. I can go eat it. And we also have Marsha Dudley.
Hello.
She is an author, speaker, professional wealth strategist. Ooh, I didn't talk to her. And on the rise, director of sales, powerhouse. Okay, you go, girl. And she has the greatest role of being a mother, wife, and servant. And she uses her faith, experience, and education to assist building strong leaders, serving clients, and inspiring nations. Oh, I love her already, y'all. And then we have Nikita Grayson. She is an entrepreneur, but also a women's empowerment extraordinaire. Go, girl. She is an HBCU graduate of Fayetteville State University. Okay. A mother of 5 sons. Whoa. You ladies look young. Wife of retired Army veteran for 22 years.
Awesome.
She loves good food, old movies, and laughing. Oh, we would get along just fine. And we also have Kimberly Brown. She's building a business for 6 years. She's a mom of a 7-year-old daughter. She enjoys meeting people, and her mission is to empower women and men to be best versions of themselves for self and their families. And she also has a degree in healthcare administration. Wow, you ladies are awesome. So, Dr. Short,
Yes,
I'm going to let you lead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, you just told them everything practically, I think. Well, I live in just a little bit. I live in North Carolina. I'm a native of Memphis, Tennessee. I'm been building a business from home for 20 years. I am a person who loves to laugh. I love to meet people. I love serving in my community. I'm a people person, really. I like to believe I am. And prior to the entrepreneurial journey, I worked in various facets of business. I worked for the federal government for 13 years. Almost 13 years. I worked in manufacturing for a major pharmaceutical company. I was in charge, or I worked in the Department of Customer Relations. And then I worked in mortgage banking financial, banking generally, the both sides of it, that and mortgage lending. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm married for 22 years to the most sexiest bald-headed chocolate man that anyone would want to know.
I'm sorry, ma'am. No.
I'm just saying. I mean, I am biased. I am biased, but we've been married for 22 years. And anyway, I'm an oldest of two awesome daughters. My mom had two awesome daughters, of which I'm the oldest. And that's pretty much it. I love going to the beach, and I love reading. I like reading.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you, Dr. Short is someone I actually heard about. We talked on the phone a few times. And the first time we met face to face was at an event. I was like, I have this event that I'm supposed to be going to. I said, I've never done this before. She said, girl, I come in. Will you? We had never met.
We had never met. It was funny. We met so well. It was like, you know what? We hadn't met before today. You know, nice to meet you, Tracy. She was like, nice to meet you. But
like, Tracy, I'm like, you Nessa?
Yeah, that's how it worked. And now she can't get rid of me as much as she tries. She can't get rid of me now.
I can't. But you know what? I wouldn't trade her for the world.
Tracy is a very gifted. Dr. Tracy is a very gifted woman, very talented. I don't know how she manages to do everything she does. So she's very modest, but she gets her. Anybody who knows her knows she stay busy. So I admire that about you.
Oh, thank you. But we had to talk about y'all.
Just return the love.
I appreciate that. All right, Miss Nikita.
Yes, ma'am. That's me.
Want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, as the wonderful bio has said about me, I am a mother of 5 sons, and their ages range from 26, 22, 20, 14, and 2.
You look amazing.
I'm quite busy.
Yeah, and you look good.
Thank you so much. You know, I have a wonderful skincare regimen. You know, I try to use it often. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to keep that up. You know, it works.
And in case you guys didn't know, they are a team of women. They work together often, so they know each other quite well. Okay, Miss Marcia.
Like everyone said, you read my bio, but just a small piece about me. I'm a wealth strategist. I have a home-based business like the rest of these ladies. We're all just probably juggling. We have our hands in so many different things, but my passion is definitely inspiring women, empowering them, and letting them know that they can live their best life. So that is my true calling. My true calling is to women, being a servant, and just being an inspiration.
Wow, I love you already. I'm gonna have to keep your contact info. Miss Kimberly.
Hi, everyone. I am. Did you ask us a question? Because I had some tech issues. So
yeah, you had technical difficulty. Just tell us a little bit something about you. I read your bio and loved it.
Thank you. Well, I have a daughter. She's 17, and she plays basketball, so I'm kind of busy with that. And then I have a home-based business as well, and I work a traditional 9 to 5. And I'm active at church, and I just enjoy meeting people and educating them on how that they can, just empowering people.
Wow. Oh, love it. Yeah, you got to teach us how you juggling all of that.
Barely.
Ladies need to hear. Okay, and Tasha?
Toya.
Toya, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce her name. Toya.
Just say Toya, yeah.
I don't know if she's frozen.
Yeah, her screen looks frozen.
Okay.
She's got tech issues.
Okay, you ladies have home-based businesses. So, what drove you to do that? Become a home-based business owner? Let's start with Dr. Shorts.
You could just call me Anissa. That's totally fine. Listen, I wish I had some really beautiful story to tell you that, I had this premonition and all of that. but it didn't. I really ended up becoming a part of the home-based business industry through direct sales by happenstance. I was introduced to an opportunity numerous times, and I didn't think it was for me. And then right around the holiday season, I mean, when I say numerous times, I mean like 4 or 5 times by the same person. And then what ended up happening is that I would meet people, perfect strangers, who would then introduce themselves to me and offer me their business card with the same company business card. So it was kind of like, why are these people stalking me, right? But she caught me at the right time. I had been, while working for the federal government, one of the common things I did during the holidays was to work a part-time job just to support my habit of shopping. And so that particular year, I made a decision rather than work the traditional part-time job in customer service and do all the gift wrapping for everybody else, I would just take that same skill set and do gift wrapping from home. And so when my contact came to me and she said about, why don't you do this during the holidays? Why don't you get started now?
Oh, yeah.
I just jumped on it. And so I've been there since. And was very hit or miss. I wasn't what I would call the perfect representative of the company.
I don't know if you all can hear me or not.
So anyway, I think that's Toya. Toya's got a bad connection.
Yeah.
We can hear you, Toya, but we can't see you. So anyway, so 20 years later, I'm still at it. And I'm not in it for the same reason I started. Of course, before it was just for a way to make easy money for the holidays, and then it became something more. And now my whole motivation has shifted. I always have said that when I was working for the federal government, I told myself, I may not always work here, but I'm gonna have a business from home. Y'all can bet that. And sure enough, that's how it happened. My reason for joining in 1999 was for one thing, and it evolved over the years. And so my reason for staying is totally different from my reason for joining or starting the journey, right?
Okay, Miss Nikita, what drove you to home-based business?
Well, I have was involved with just a little couple of women's empowerment events that I was already doing. So I was connected with a lot of women anyway. Just promoting other businesses and putting different people together in one space. That's what I was doing. That's what I do. So when the opportunity came to me, I initially was not interested because I felt like I have a lot on my plate. That's what I do. I stay busy. So alongside of my family, I work full time for the government. I do my events on the side for women's empowerment. Um, I'm always into something. So I felt like I was not able to do it. I just felt like it was going to be another addition to my plate. But what I do is I stay busy. That's me. Anybody knows me knows I am always involved in something and it's productive. So before I started to talk myself out of it, I asked myself, you know what? Why not do a home-based business? Why not? Why am I going to not challenge myself to do this? So I decided to do it just to prove myself wrong that I could not do it with my full plate. And what I am good at is maneuvering and multitasking. And that's what I do. So that's what I did. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm making it work. Definitely making it work.
And we're gonna have to find out how you're doing that too. Okay,
Yeah.
Martha.
For me, entrepreneurship is it's in my blood. It's in my spirit. That's just who I am. I've always been an entrepreneur ever since I was little. I think that that's just one of the talents that God gave me, and I wasn't planning on going and burying it. Um, I had my own business. I'm a speaker, and so I had my own business, and I got a taste of the freedom that it offers.
Mhm.
And when I had to, because of family, I went back into corporate America. So I'm actually I started a home based business so that I could, you know, work myself out of a job. I work myself out of corporate America. I think when you have kids, like most of us, we have a family, we have kids, and I'm older now. Nikita and I, we're older, and we have kids, and I think we are. Okay, Lakeisha said, speak for
Sure, you
myself.
were there with her.
Lakeisha said, speak for yourself. But, but, but the thing is that I'm in my 40s now, and I
Oh,
have a
damn.
young child, and when you're in your 40s versus in your 20s having a child, you find out that those little sweet moments, that sweet time, you want that time. And so I have a home-based business, so I have freedom. Wealth equals freedom, and having a home-based business and creating that wealth for myself offers, provides that freedom for me to do whatever I want to do. So that's why I'm all in it. The home-based business, I encourage any woman, if you want freedom, you should do it.
Wow. Wow, Miss Kimberly.
Well, I started my business. I was a faithful customer. Let's just start there and be clear that. And so I decided after the opportunity was presented to me, and I was like, I don't want to do it, just because I was very ignorant about how to run a business. I didn't see myself as a CEO or as a business owner. I thought that was for other people. And so one day I was having a conversation with my mentor, and she just kind of broke it down, and probably just like she had done 50 times before. But that particular day, the light bulb went off, and I grasped the concept. And then I started seeing myself, I'm a business owner. I can do this. And once I said it and started having the confidence and started talking the talk and walking the walk, things started to fall in place, and I started seeing gains, and I started earning wins, and it made me more confident, and it freed up my time, and I started making my own schedule the way I wanted it to be. And it also allowed me to earn that residual income that I needed to help me with my daughter's extra fees and things that I needed outside of just day-to-day bills. So it's been a win-win for me. I really, even when I don't always meet the goal, I still am a winner because I tried, and it allowed me to get out of my comfort zone and do something I've never done before in my stride.
Okay. I have a spin-off question to this one. Why not a brick and mortar? What made you say, hey, I'm going to stick to an office at home versus trying to go out here and build a business where you have all these employees and and the building and the maintenance and what anybody can answer this question. I just want to know what made you go that route.
Well, for me, the doing the
I'll
at
try.
home
I
was because if I would have chosen the brick and mortar route, I would still been in the rat race of corporate America or going to someone's building and the maintenance and the upkeep. And in this way, I still have the flexibility. The brick and mortar wouldn't allow me the flexibility that I have right now.
yeah. For me, it was more. I said earlier that I started my business just for the extra money for the holidays, and I referenced that over time my reasons for staying evolved, and one for me was because I was a business major. I understood the taxable advantages of having a home-based business. So I don't knock a brick and mortar. Some types of businesses are better served the community as a brick and mortar, but for what I was planning to do, I could use a bedroom or extra, extra room in the house to get it done. And especially because of the taxable advantages. My husband and I both were, well, he still is a federal employee, but we both were federal employees. So we had decent salaries, and every year we owed. I don't care how much money they pulled out of your payroll, you end up owing at the end of the year. So it was kind of like you had to rob Peter to pay Paul. You hope you got enough back from federal to pay the state, or vice versa. And so I got sick of that. And it's one thing to study the taxable advantages of a home-based business in a structured classroom, but it's a totally different experience when you put pen to paper. And so once I realized the taxable advantages, that a lot of what I paid every month anyway, a portion of it could be considered a taxable deduction because I chose to operate a business from my home. And then I saw the residual effects financially. It just made sense. I don't need to take this to a brick and mortar. I can do everything I'm doing from within the walls of my home and maximize it to its fullest. And so that's one of the things, even when I talk with other women about starting a business, and a lot of them want to do things. We always think of brick and mortar when you think about business. A lot of times people disregard, I'm Alfonso's wife. I don't work. I don't do anything. I just stay at home all day. Right. So because they don't see me get in the car and drive across town. But the home-based business industry is a $400 billion industry. And up under the umbrella of that is direct sales, which is a $36 billion industry. And there are more women earning six figure, paying themselves or earning six-figure salaries working from home. So that speaks volumes. So when they say, "Do you know your husband works and you just at home?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm his June Cleaver. I make pies and wear pearls every day." you know. So I don't knock a brick and mortar because I said some businesses are better suited for that. But for what I do, I enjoy, and as Kim said, the flexibility. I can be in here taking care of business and also like seeing after my husband after he had surgery. I don't have to run across town to open up a store and fight with employees and be disgusted because they didn't show up on time. I don't need that stress in my life. So yeah, that's why I'm at the house working.
Wow.
That's why I'm at the house.
And just to add to that, we have to also remember what times, what times that we're living in. When we're going to everything is online. Amazon. If you notice all those stores that you used to go to, the Sears, the JCPenney's, all these brick and mortar stores, they're all closing down. So when you have a home based business, we're actually ahead. We're ahead of the time. So people are they're moving to online businesses, and brick and mortar is nice because some business, like you said, can't be services. But in order to keep up with this gig economy, you have to be able to also offer to your client something online.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to hog up all the questions. Karen, Tiffany, y'all have any questions for them?
Yeah, I definitely do because you guys have addressed the income and the tax benefits, and I'm all about the finances and building wealth, having multiple streams of income. So, direct marketing, can you explain if you're in one or multiple direct marketing avenues and what is the income potential?
Well, I can answer that. I'm not a part of multiple direct sales companies. No, I believe honestly, I don't have a problem with having multiple streams of income. I'm all about that. But I believe if you have an entity that offers a product, then you don't need it's going to take you away if you have multiple businesses that also offer a product. Because if I have so much cash flow and I have so much capital to invest in the success of my business, if I have multiple businesses that offer a tangible, consumable product, now I got to split that money. However, that being said, I can create another form of income where that complements what I'm doing. So it creates a second stream of income, but it doesn't take away from the first, if that makes sense. So for example, I write books. Well, I've written books. I'm an author, and the books that I write are geared towards entrepreneurs, and my target market are women. Well, I can offer people that my services with regard as an author, as a literary agent, and it doesn't take away from what I'm doing. People have come to know me through my books, and they say, "Well, what do you do?" And then they learn about my other business, or I speak as a result of the book, and I get paid that way. But then they ask me what I do, and then they learn about my other business. So I'm not knocking it for some people that might work. I just feel like if you have too many products, you could do a service and a product, but not two products. And so a lot of times people will say, "Well, I've got I'm looking for multiple streams of income, and I sell toothpaste, I sell I sell pans, and I sell because I want people to be able to come to me and get whatever they want, and that's okay for Walmart, right? But not for me." So I say if you want to make multiple streams of income, build your business and create find a vehicle, maybe in direct sales. Like within our model, we can make multiple streams of income within that one model. But then I can take the money that I've earned and invest it in other things like real estate, or maybe the trade, the forex trading. I could take that money and flip it. So I am creating multiple streams of income, but one is not pulling from the other. They're complementing each other. So that would be my advice, honestly.
Anyone else?
I was gonna say I like that the real estate investment. I do forex. I also do some other stuff. But so yeah, I do a little personal products, and then I also am a direct marketer. So I have like you said, multiple things going on at one time, and it's all catered to, what do I want to do?
Exactly.
So that's good to know. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Anyone else want to ask a question?
Okay, I know you guys said that you work together and you've known each other for a while. And building a business, it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of people that push you. You want to give up sometimes because it gets frustrating, especially with kids, and you want to just give up. So, with the bond that you guys have, the sisterhood, tell us more about that.
Well, okay, so I'm a people person anyways, and I like to talk. So my business allowed me to meet these wonderful ladies. And some of us have not met in the flesh, but we have connected through our businesses. And it's similarities. And then it's also the differences that they bring to the table that give me that different perspective. And I'm like, I have an aha moment, like, oh, yeah, I didn't think of it like that. So it's kind of like iron sharpens iron. We have a common goal at the end, but we may take different paths to get to that goal.
Okay. Anybody else? Do you have or
I
Can y'all
can
hear me?
definitely speak on the sisterhood.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Yay! Well, speaking on the sisterhood, I just have to say I've known Nikita for over 20 years, and meeting everybody else and the camaraderie that we all have together it's been amazing. And the fact that I did all that time in the military and getting out, and now I have a sisterhood to go with the familyhood that I had while I was in the military has been amazing as well. And being able to bounce ideas off of the other ladies, it only builds us up. We can only go up from where we're at right now.
Wow, I love that. And you bring up the military. I have quite a few family members who retired from the military and in the military. So when you're talking about that sisterhood, I know how close women in the military are.
Yes.
I mean, I have one cousin who's like, whoa, I think everybody in the Army knows her. And her Facebook page is always blowing up with women talking, and even the guys too. But it's just like, wow, to have friends all over the place. When she can hop on a plane, just go see a friend in Germany if she wants to, because she knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? That is
that is the amazing part of the military, and that was one of the reasons why my son wanted to join. He said he saw how things happen in the relationships that his father and I built within the military, and he wanted to experience that, and so he did.
I'd like to add, this is the thing that's beautiful. I mean, I've known Kim the longest. Kim was one I lived in the state of Mississippi, and so when you talk about the sisterhood that we are an excellent representation of that, but it goes so much further. I met Kim through another contact when I lived in the state of Mississippi. She referred Kim to me. She was one of my clients. And then our relationships built. And then she became a part of the team. And then I moved to North Carolina, but our relationship still maintained, even though I'm in a different state. I met Nikita at one of her women's empowerment events. My name was given to Nikita for one of the events she was hosting to do one of the workshops. And when we met, we just hit it off. That was 4 years ago, I think. And so we've maintained contact ever since then. Every empowerment event that she had, I was a part of it. If I couldn't, I referred somebody else to replace me, that kind of thing. And we kept a good conversation, not just about the empowerment event, but just as a friend, one girlfriend to the other. Didn't see each other often, but we would stay connected. Mm-hmm. And then when I reached back out to her about this opportunity to join my team, and she joined, I was blessed with the opportunity then to meet Toya, which is her long-term girlfriend, for 20 some odd years. And then Marsha came as a result of Toya coming. So, and the beautiful thing about relationships and building collaborations is that this type of thing should come organically, really. If we
Yes.
really wanted to be better as people and make a significant difference in our communities, we want to collaborate and build relationships. Nikita was not a part of my organization, but because she was excited about what she was doing, I could add to her event, and vice versa. That's how it kind of worked. And so you talk about the military bond. I've never been a part of the military. My husband is not military, but I can tell you within this organization that we're a part of, I literally have girlfriends from the East Coast to the West Coast. I talked to one of my friends now. She's in Oregon. I'm saying, girl, hey sis, I'm checking on you. How things going? She's like, the fires are not getting to us, but the smoke is bad on our breathing and everything. She says, I got to get back. And she has family in the DMV area and in Charleston, South Carolina. And I said, well, have you called sis such and such? And I know these people through the organization because we did retreats together. We slept in the same rooms together at conferences. We rode in cars together, that type of thing. So yeah, the sisterhood is real. And that's one of the things that got me another aspect, because working in the federal government, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just went there for the paycheck. I was like, all of these folks, Jesus, I need to be delivered from, because I don't like any of them. Okay, let's be clear. I just tolerate them. They didn't know it because I treat people the way I want to be treated, but I was like, deliver me from this place. I can't do this much longer. But and I still, to this day, I still contact there are 3 women even that I built relationships with when I worked with the federal government that also are part of the organization now, because after I left, they reached out to me and said, what are you doing? I want to be a part of it. So building relationships and being genuine about seeing people win, it means a lot. And that's what we're all about,
I have a question that keeps burning it, and seeing you guys on this screen is like giving me life. Oh my God, because women, we tear each other down more than we build each other up, and especially Black women. What would you say to other women, especially our sisters out there, about connecting with people and everybody can win? It's enough out there for all of us.
It is.
And that's exactly what I would say.
Let me take that one, okay? Because you said that, and I was waiting for this to finish up, because that's exactly what I was going with what I was about to say. Like I said, we've all just started this building this bond. But what we're doing, we are eradicating the stigma that Black women cannot come together and we cannot unify, and we can't say, oh sis, I got you, let's win. When I talk to these ladies every single day, and when I tell you that there's no backbiting, there's no, oh girl, it's none of that. It is win. If you go on our Facebook pages, it's saying, hey, we're the winner's circle. We got you. And I met Nikita in the past few months. I've met Kim in the past few months. But I want them to win. Yeah. Those are my sisters. And whoever comes in our circle, you are our sister. If you're not, we want Black women to know that there is room at the table for all of us.
That's right.
And when we get together, we bring power. We bring force.
I know, right?
We are greatness. And we have to remember that, and we have to speak that life into each other. There are days when Toya's not feeling it. I speak life into her. There's days that I'm not feeling it. She's speaking life into me. It is about saying that I don't have to step on you. I can let you get on my back. You get on my back. You get up, and when you get up there, reach your hand back down, and you pull me on up. Right, that's what we're building.
You about to take us
That's what I love.
I love Marsha. And you know what? And to add to what Marsha was saying, this is the disservice we do to ourselves when we start trying to compare. It's not a comparison game, because a lot of times if I don't know you, the first thing I do is I feel insufficient if I have a complex because I'm looking at your strengths. and I'm comparing your strengths with my weaknesses. Well, all of us have weaknesses, but we choose to focus on where we're strong. So when all of us come together, the five of us, we all bring to the table, as Marsha said, some similarities, but we also bring some things that are different. I can't cook a cake. I probably could if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be all upset because Toya cakes look like something, you know. And I'm going like, she thinks she all that because I'm like, girl, listen, make me a cake and cut me a slice. That's what I want you to do.
Give me a piece.
So we have to look at it from the standpoint that God gifted all of us with talents. We have talents and skills, and what you want to do is work within your strength and improve on the things that you think you're not as strong. And then don't look at someone else as your competition, but rather say, okay, so tell me what you think about this. How did you accomplish that? You know, when I met Kim during one of our one-on-one sessions, I said, Kim, you can do this. You can do this. I said, but you got to think like an entrepreneur, not a consumer. And she said, huh? I said, yes. You're thinking like a consumer, not a business owner. And that was one of the things she said to me later. She says, you know what? You rock my world with that statement because I hadn't even thought about it from that perspective. And as soon as I shifted my thinking, but I didn't want her to give up on herself because I knew she had what it took to be successful. But sometimes our thinking is not quite where it needs to be. And that's why you need strong sisters that's in your corner to help you when you get those moments and your thinking is not quite right. You know what I mean? To work through those things. So yeah, everybody needs to pull together. We all put here together for a reason, you know. So it's a beautiful thing when you find some people you can work with because it doesn't take a whole lot. God don't count numbers; He make numbers count. A few women can rule the world if we put our minds to it. That's for sure. I believe.
What?
Listen, y'all don't see this gas on my chest. I'm sophisticated.
And people don't realize that, you know, with that strong backing, we are powerful working together. We are stronger in numbers, you know, but most people need to change that mindset. You know, I can do this alone. You can't do it alone.
No, you can't. You were never intended to do it alone.
Exactly.
But we forgot as people and as a race how powerful we are when we come together. But I think that everybody is, you know, in 2020 pulled the covers off of a lot of things, okay? It pulled the cover off of race, it pulled the cover off of unity. And the one thing as African Americans, as Black people, we were exposed. We had to see that we gotta first care about each other before this. We gotta first care about each other before this world cares about us. And so for me, it's a passion. Talking, speaking, giving everything I got to my community, to my people. And we just have to remember what we came from. Remember what our roots are. We got to get back to being great. We were designed, created for greatness. And we got to remember that.
That's good, Marsha.
Who we are.
Yes.
Preach that, honey, all day.
And I have something else also. It's like, you know, I see in the corporate world, I see a lot of us women, you know, God gave us a platform. He gave us that ladder, but we tend to forget about the blessings He gave us, you know, and it's sad that you forget, you know, so now you look down at the people that helped you get up there.
You know what? I'm going to add to that because I worked in corporate America, and the environment of corporate America is dog eat dog. That's the culture of corporate America in most settings. I don't care which business company you're with. In most corporate companies, it's a dog eat dog, or you got to sacrifice it all to be able to. I read an article, a review done by Harvard, and they said in order for people to become extremely successful in corporate America, you got to do more than 40 hours. How do you do more than 40 hours a week on a traditional job when you also are a mother and a wife and you got all these other responsibilities?
Exactly.
So they expect for you to do the 60, the 70, the 80 hours because you want to be on top. And unfortunately, when you're in a certain environment, it takes a lot of strength to not allow that environment to begin to work on you. You know what I mean? It begins to work on you. And then next, you know, you find yourself caught up in the rat race, you know, and then they find themselves, I can't say everybody, but I have had conversations with women that's a part of our organization who I met were corporate attorneys. They were already making six figures. They worked, they were already in executive positions. And they said that I got tired of the rat race. I got tired of having to always compromise what it was I really felt to be true. I got tired of seeing other people raise my children, and I was missing out on all the stuff. So I knew I had to make a decision and make a change. And they made the sacrifice, if that was only 2 or 3 hours a week, to build something of their own till they built it to where they could leave. So I do agree with you in that some do forget, but I think they bought into the rat race. They bought into that doggy dog, divide and conquer, every man for himself mentality. When it's not really, that's not how we were destined to live. That's really not how we were destined to live. So they bought into it. And it's unfortunate. Some have been blinded by that. But thankfully, some of us are not. Let's get it real. Okay. Let's be real.
Amen.
Some of us,
Okay. And even then you have a ceiling. So your limit to your potential, you could be working 60, 70 hours a week. Been there, done that. And still you're not getting a pay increase. You're not, you're still, like you said, caught up in that rat race. So why not be your own boss and make your own money?
And let me tell you something that's so funny. Well, not funny, but what I have found is that a lot of times I've come into contact with women and mentored them in our organization. And you look at them and they're executives. They are VPs of banks and that kind of thing. And then you said, okay, let me talk to you about building this business. And they're very insecure about how to build the business. And I go, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you could run rings around anybody and handle affairs at that bank? You know what I mean? You've been in that corporate environment for 20 something years. Your title has VP behind it, and you can't do this. You need to change your mindset. You have the same skill set that you use to make that other company money, you could use to make your own, to create your own. And so that's a part of the mental process.
It's usually a fear factor when it comes to that.
It is. It really is. It's a fear. It really is. That's what it is more than anything. But what they won't say that initially. But when you know it, you have to help them work through it. And that's one of the things about this crew. And this is just a small representation of our team. But that's one of the things about us. There were certain goals we said we were going to hit, and we just pushed to do it. We pushed our way through it. And so we made it happen. I'm excited to, let me tell you something, honey, my tribe is getting better and better every day. I'm so excited. I just can't hardly stay in myself.
Of course not. So for the women out there, or anyone who doesn't know how to market themselves, market their products, what advice would you give them? Because there are a lot of people who has a problem with that. I'm one, but what are some?
You're not alone.
One thing I would say I would believe would be important is that you find a mentor, somebody that's doing what you do, or who may have done what you're attempting, with the level of integrity that you can appreciate. One of the things about within the structure of what we do, a lot of the systems and the specifics on how to market and representing the product and services, that's already built into the model. So we didn't have to come in and create anything. We just took the model they gave us and worked it and applied our own special sauce to it, so to say. So that's pretty much how that works. But if you're starting, from the ground up with something of your own, I would really recommend that anybody get a mentor. Get somebody that is in your arena, that you trust, and who've achieved the level of success that you can appreciate and respect, and have them help you through it. Because again, it goes back to what Karen said before, we're not supposed to work alone. So a lot of times we find ourselves bumping up against walls and finding ourselves in ruts because we have not extended ourselves to ask the question of the right people. So that's where I would start. I definitely would recommend that.
Oh, and ask the right questions.
The right ones.
Of the right people.
Yeah.
Right.
And truly invest in yourself. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that, to be honest with you, you gotta stop trying to sell. We don't get in this business to sell. It should be to serve. So look at it from a different perspective and become the product. Don't sell the product. Be authentic. People don't buy products. People buy people. If I see you and you inspire me, you're good. I want want that. And wear your product. Be your product. You don't have to sell anything. All you have to do is be authentic and do you. People will be attached to you. So stop being salesy. That stuff doesn't work. That's 1960s, 70s, 80s. Nobody wants, don't try and sell me anything. Let me see what it's doing in your life. Let your life be your brand. That's it. That's how I do it. My life. Let me win. Let me show you how I'm winning. That's all I do. I'm not going to keep on. Oh, you want to buy this? You want to buy that? No, I look good. I look good. I'm making
and your confidence.
Money. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it.
That's good.
Products sell themselves.
You know, and what she said, I always tell my kids, you can't sell anything you don't believe in.
Nothing.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
And what I was gonna say, when you said how do you market your products? First thing, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to have confidence in your product and use your product so you can give a personal testimony when people ask you questions, because those that skeptics, they're going to ask you questions, and you want to be prepared for those questions and give them an honest set of, well, I heard it does this, or I think it does that. You can know because you tried it and it's true.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anyone else have any great tips that they use? I know you should be providing solutions for people's problem, and they don't want you to tell them what they need. I do know that.
Right.
So,
one thing about entrepreneurship,
problems, I think you should use this right here.
yeah, right. One thing about entrepreneurship is this: whether you provide a product or a service, you cannot disassociate who you are with what you offer. So when Marsha made reference to being willing to serve, that has to be on the forefront, because people know when you're just trying to sell them something. And if they're not interested, even if I was interested, if I don't click with you, I'm not getting it from you, even if I was interested, just because the vibe wasn't right. So you have to be authentic, and you cannot disassociate what you offer with who you are. So that's why personal development is so important when it comes to entrepreneurship. I can work for corporate America, ABC Incorporated. I just have to do what they ask me to do and repeat the mission statement that they told me to repeat. And I just go in and get my check for 40 weeks and come home. But when you're an entrepreneur, you are your business. You are your brand. So you can't disassociate one from the other. So if you know there are areas that you need to be sharpened, or there may be areas that you're a little insecure in, or maybe not as confident in, then it would benefit you to get the training and the skills and to get the mentor to help you work through those things. Because as your confidence increases, so will your cash, baby. You better know it. It come hand in hand. So you can't disassociate one from the other. What I do is not who I am, is not how I want to say this. When I moved to North Carolina, I did not want people to know me for what I do. I wanted people to know me for who I am. So when I gave of myself and I participated, I didn't come with my business card in hand trying to get names and numbers. I came in wanting to meet people, to attend people, to work in our community. And then eventually that comes out. What do you do? Then I tell them what I did, but I wasn't there to advertise. But as a result of that, in 7 years, I have people that refer people to me, like Nikita. I was referred to Nikita because of the relationship I established. And when she said she needed someone to do a certain function at her boot camp, my name was given. That woman who gave her my name is not a customer, but she's someone that I built a relationship with. So it makes a difference. And there are a lot of other people in this city that do what I do, but my name was given to Nikita.
So it seems like power of networking.
Yeah.
Getting out there and serving.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what networking is.
Yeah.
Networking is not seeing how many business cards you can collect and how many business cards you have. It's not, it's about establishing.
For me, I feel like I have a.
Go ahead, Nikita.
I was going to say, for me, I feel like I have a really good skill of making people feel like they're missing out on something. If I can make you feel left out, you're going to want to be a part. You're going to want to be a part. I don't care what it is. If I make it sound like it's a party and you're missing out, you're going to want to be a part. So I'll just leave you with it. I'll just let you know everything that I'm going to be a part of. I don't even have to add the part of would you like to come? Would you like to participate? I don't have to add that part. All I'm doing is talking about what I am involved in. And I just let you know what I am doing. And so when I make it seem like everything is a party, because that is who I am a ball of fun. You're just going to sit there like, I'm just going to be left out. I have to be. And then it's just going to, well, what is it? Well, where's the information? Well, what do I do? All of that just falls into place. That's all I do. It is what I do.
Wow. That's a great tip.
Yes. It worked.
And prior to the opportunity coming to me, I prayed about what I wanted. I was very specific in I want whatever I do, I want to be me. I don't want to change. I just want to, I love mingling with people. I love interacting. And that's what I wanted to do. So when Nikita called me, it just kind of fell in my lap. So here I am. Yeah, voila.
Right.
Wow.
And let me say this too, with regards to what Toya said. I love that when she said before that she prayed about, she said, I had like my time with God. And I was like, God, this is what I want. And then Nikita came and presented her and she was like, this could be it. There are many people who are praying for opportunities and it doesn't come packaged the way they think it should come packaged, and they say no to it. So it's kind of like,
right.
They pray for this, they want this, this, and this. I knew what I wanted. I could take you back to my college when I was working on my bachelor's degree, and I could tell you exactly where I was standing on campus. And I said, Lord, I want to be a consultant of sorts, and I want to work with women. But I didn't know in what capacity I would be doing that. I know exactly where I was, and I remember that conversation clear as day. And I knew I would be doing it in the field of business. So I just took as many business classes as I could because I didn't know in what capacity. Now, fast forward, when this opportunity was presented to me, I told you guys I said no multiple times, right? And the main reason is because I was like, I did not go to school to do that. I did not go to school to do that. That's not what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was limited in my vision. And then once I got into the company, and for a while, I was still kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to feel my way. It's all good. I'm enjoying the ride, but let me just see. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. You are doing exactly what you said you wanted to do. And this is the opportunity and the platform that you can build on. I'm not limited to just this opportunity, but this is giving me the platform for which to build. And then as soon as I shifted my thinking, everything else fell into place. So a lot of people pass up on opportunities because it's not packaged. They look at the product or the service rather than what the opportunity provides. So, I've said, if I told you I was going to pay you $25 an hour, would you have to pray about it and go talk to your husband? And they'd be like, no, girl, I wouldn't. Well, why are you having to pray and talk to him about it now? Because I'm listening to him, you can pay yourself this much or more, in a little bit of no time. If you just follow the pattern, just listen to what I say and follow the pattern. Follow me as I do the same thing, and I'll show you how to make this work. And so I'm blessed, I said before, to be able to have Nikita, Kim, Marsha, and Toya, and so many others, not just in my immediate organization and the organization that we are building, I should say, but in just the tribe of people that have been brought across my path, not just the people that are in my organization, but in other capacities. Like Dr. Tracie Lashley, she's gonna write 15 books this year. I was excited about my one, and so she upped the game. Was like, well, I'm doing 25, so now I gotta. But you get what I'm saying? It's about iron sharpening iron, and it doesn't always have to be within your organization. It can be outside, but that's why the decision, the purposeful decision to build relationships and to be an asset in serving other people, as Marsha said, is what you never will win. You never will lose. You always win in that way, with that mentality, always.
Wow. Ladies, this has been great conversation. I would love to extend this outside of this platform. So, in final words, give us something that you would tell other women, a tip, pointer, some advice, just like a couple of sentences or maybe even one, the statement, and also how people can get in touch with you. So we can start with, let's go to Tanya.
Toya.
Oh, yeah.
Etoya.
I'm gonna say, you keep messing up her
Like,
name.
I'm gonna get it right this time.
Well, one tip that I would give women is to understand what it is that you want out of life and find someone who can help you get to where you're trying to go. And if you want to get in contact with me, you can always hit me up at teascakesandthings@gmail.com.
You got cakes.
Ooh, cheesecake.
We have cakes, honey, cake. That's a real
At
generic
Gmail,
term.
at Instagram, at Facebook. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
so
I have cakes and things. That's my cake company.
a hidden
Here
gem.
we turn cakes into works of art. That's our superpower.
Wow. Oh my goodness. What kind of cakes you bake?
It's usually custom cakes, and I also do chocolate high heels, fashion heels.
Ooh.
Okay.
You ain't know. I told you, we not just we just not ordinary people on my tribe. We super. They got super powers.
Yeah. Can you do that? Can you your website for everybody? Okay, I'm ready.
It's Teas, Cakes, and Things on Instagram and on Facebook. And you can also get me at teascakesandthings@gmail.com.
Oh, I hope everybody got that. Not
Okay, Miss Kimberly.
One thing I would share with another woman would be to write down your goals. Set some goals and then write them down. And that way you can have something to refer back to check off the list, because sometimes you may get discouraged, like you're not being productive, but you'll have your list of 5 things and I did 2 of them, so now I have 3 more to go. So that encourages me. That helps me to move forward instead of getting stagnant. And what I didn't do, I get a chance to look at what I did do.
And how can we get in touch with you?
I don't know. I guess my phone number. Well, my phone number is. You want what? How you want to contact me?
Instagram, Facebook, website.
On Facebook, my name is Kimberly L, and on Instagram, I'm KBMK Life.
Okay. All right, Miss Marcia. I think about Brady Bunch every time I say your name.
Yes, one thing that I would tell women is no fear. Be bold, be tenacious. A closed mouth don't get fed. And if you can be everything that you're called to be, just have no fear. This is the season. This is the time. Go for it. Go for it with whatever it is that you want. Go for it. Don't hold back. Do it all. You can always get in contact with me on my website at marshaedudley.com. My email address is marshaedudley@gmail.com. My Facebook handler and Instagram is, of course, Marsha E. Dudley. So I'm very easy to find. So Marsha E. Dudley.
All right. Thank you. Miss Nikita?
What I would leave with some women is just to let them know that trust the process. I think everybody has their own idea of what home-based businesses may be, but they don't take the time to get the information. So just trust the process. Get the information and trust the process. You're not going to go from 0 to wealthy in 30 days. I have. I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, trust the process. If there is a recipe for doing it the right way and winning, well, then I'm going to jump on that winning team right there. That's what I'm going to do. And some people don't want to do that. They just assume to what it's all about, or that they're all the same. They're really not. You're welcome for that. But I want to give you my wisdom. And also, I want to leave you with how you can get in contact with me. I have several. So my Instagram is 57 Magazine. That is my sponsorship for several of my businesses, which is Beauty Boot Camp and Banging Bangles by Kita. And you can also get in contact with me on Facebook. I am Nikita Grayson. And last but certainly not least, my email is N as in Nikita Grayson, GRAYSON 2014 @gmail.com.
Oh,
Okay.
Gotta make it interesting, don't ya?
I love it.
Miss Anissa.
Well,
Last but not least.
I know, right? What I would leave the quote that I love, absolutely, because I affectionately call my team where we are all stars. And so I got that from various sources. But one of the things that I love is a quote by Mary Ann Williamson that says, "There is nothing, your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to manifest, to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give the other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our peace automatically liberates others. That's my advice to anybody, is just to let your light shine, to be the star that you truly are. Because when you do, you give everybody else the courage to do the same. And you can find me on my website, theworkfromhomeceo.biz, theworkfromhomeceo.biz. I am on Instagram as ampersand WFHCEO. I am also on Facebook as WFHCEO. And then, of course, you can find me on my personal page, and this is short on Facebook.
Okay. Ladies, y'all have what to say, any farewell warrant notes or sayings to them?
I do. I love this. We can do another hour if you guys want to. Inspiration. Y'all are pushing me, my jacket. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just love the sisterhood. I love that strong backing, and I love that connection that you guys have. You can't do nothing alone. And it is so critical to have that piece. And if that piece is missing, there will be no you. So I mean, I really appreciate you guys for coming on. You enlighten me. You encourage me.
Thank you for having us. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Tiffany?
I'm sitting here writing tags because I'm putting all y'all out on Front Street on Facebook. So if y'all hear from me or see me, on your pages, it's me. I'm gonna be networking with you ladies. I appreciate everything you do, and I'll have people coming to y'all. Okay.
Love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies. I enjoyed you. I will be getting in touch with y'all again. We might have to do a part 2.
We can make it happen.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. See you next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.